like a Hellcat.
Before we get started, I have a favor. If you enjoy my content and want to see me continue to improve in both quality and size, please check out my Patreon linked in the description. Any amount helps and it is greatly appreciated. There are so many rewards for each level of donation, so go check it out. Now back to the video. So strangely, the first update to make it to Java edition of Minecraft isn't... Ooh. Oh my god, I didn't know that made sense. Okay. Isn't the goats, the patterned snow, and the goat horn, which is weird because those seem like really simple changes. But you can also climb up these. But yes, the geodes and copper. I wonder if I'll ever find any by just digging out here. Probably not. I would hope, but apparently not. But we have copper. Basically, let me read off what was added. I have it saved on my phone. They added bundles, candles, lava cauldrons, as you see, copper, amethyst, lightning rod, spyglass, tinted glass, and when a shulker is hit by a shulker bullet, it can make another shulker. So, let's go ahead and get started. So the amethyst blocks are blocks that come inside the geodes in two ways. They could either be budding amethysts, which is the ones that create the actual like amethyst shards, stuff like that. And they create beautiful sounds when you walk on them, break them, hit them with a projectile. So they're musical blocks now. So yeah, there's these two. So there's the block of amethyst, just this one. Well, yeah, and then there's the budding amethyst. This is the one that will be the one that one that creates the amethyst. So, oh, that was cool. If you go in here, you see they're attached to the one with a bit of a darker center to it. These are what are called the buds. They actually come in a variety of sizes, actually. But the Amethyst Cluster is the biggest one, but you can get them in, I think, three different sizes: small, medium. Wrong button. Small, medium, large, and then when you get to the Amethyst Cluster. I'm not sure if there's any large ones in here. There's a large one. So yeah, you can get them in small, medium, large, and then they come in the Amethyst Cluster. And mining the Amethyst Cluster, if I didn't do that, if I was in survival mode, so let's go ahead and place one right here, and then game mode, survival, and I were to maybe a pickaxe. We'll find out. If I actually looked into things. So, amethyst clusters grow from budding amethyst, which can be found inside geodes. Clusters have 4 growth stages: small amethyst, medium, large, and then amethyst clusters. Clusters can only be grown when placed on budding amethyst blocks. Fully grown amethyst clusters drop 4 amethyst shards or more with fortune, with an iron pickaxe or higher. Okay. And they can also be silk touched at any stage. These... the budding ones are non-obtainable, so I'm going to give myself another netherite, since I can't spell. Netherite pickaxe. I got 4 shards out of that, but if I were to go over here and attempt to mine this, it is unobtainable. I can't, however, mine this one, so that's something to keep in mind. Now, with the amethyst shards, they're oops, I'm sorry for hitting the mic. Quite interesting. Oh wait, the geodes are next. These huge geodes can be found anywhere underground in the overworld. Amethyst geodes have an outer layer of stone called tuff, second layer called calcite, and inner layer that is the amethyst blocks. So, wrong button. If I go in here, just go ahead and place all this stuff in here. Here's tuff and calcite, as you also see on around here. It just looks like this. I actually really like that. It adds 2 new variations. Actually, this would look really good with like quartz. Almost, it looks like marble. I don't know why it isn't actually marble, but it looks like marble. And then, yeah, it looks a bit like slate. They are both normally obtainable, so it's that kind of sounded. It has almost a glassy sound whenever it breaks, which is really cool. But yeah, so they form around them. They might be cool building blocks. Not sure if they'll be used for like different stone variants. Also not sure if you could possibly use them to craft stone tools. I wouldn't know if you could. I don't think so. Okay, so they're just decoration blocks, which I don't have a problem with. Up next is the shards. Shards drop, and what they do, I'll go over in a second. With the budding amethyst, on any side of the budding amethyst blocks where there's air or a water block, because they are waterlogged, the amethyst will bud and grow. They can only grow when attached to it. So let's move on to what, and I'm going to see real quick if it's actually down here on the list somewhere before I start talking about it without knowing what I'm talking about. Okay, they're used for the Spyglass and Tinted Glass. The Spyglass, you can use your Spyglass to see faraway things, pretend to be a sea captain, or catch your neighbor in the act. As they dye your sheep lime green. They can be crafted with 2 copper ingots and 1 amethyst shard. So here it is, and of course we can just look at it there. 1 amethyst shard, 2 ingots, and oh, they did. Ooh, I like this visual effect a lot more than the one they had. I mean, if I could figure out how to download Optifine, I'd still probably prefer Optifine, but this actually zooms really far. I like it. I actually don't have a problem with it. I thought I wouldn't like it, but I don't have a problem with it. Okay, now, tinted glass is a type of glass that does not allow light to pass through. Ooh, that's interesting. It can be crafted by putting glass block in the middle and 4 amethyst shards around it. It can be obtained without silk touch, and it does not shatter like normal glass. So it doesn't allow light to get through. So let me grab a lantern. Test this out. So lantern right here. That is cool. That is actually really cool. I wonder what it looks like from the other side. That is really cool. Huh. That's actually like... I did not expect that to be added, but I am happy that it was. Alright, now that we've gotten those 2 things dealt with, I'm not really sure what else to talk about with them. We are going to move on to bundles. Bundles are these amazing things. Well, for so many things. So, you have a bundle right here. I'm not sure how it works. I'm going to go here, and I can move it up here. I can put them in by right-clicking. And it can hold up to 64 items of normal stacked items. Items that can only go up to 16, you can only hold up to 8 of them, or only hold up to 16 of them, they count as 2. And of course, armor and tools count as 1. Anything that you can't stack here, you can't stack in here either. But then you do that, you just right-click it again. Yeah. Scary cave music. That was a minecart. But yeah, and so you can, it shows you what all is in here. So yeah, they're actually really cool. Right click to put an item in it, right click to empty the bubble, the bundle, wrap a present in a bundle, give it to your friend. So yeah, and when it's full, it'll automatically have a closed texture. They're not actually that hard to make. They actually give us another use for rabbit hide. So you use 5 or 6 and 2 string in this pattern right here, and that's how you get it. Actually really cool. The next thing though is the candles, as you see here. So candles actually come in all the colors. So candles are quite interesting. I'm gonna go and get black, lime green, and red. And then of course white. And they are interesting because unlike most other light sources, they actually require an ignition. So they're like this normally. You can light them. They don't really provide that much of a light level. But if you pack a bunch of them into the same block, like this, it is extremely bright. So compared to these being dim, it's extremely bright. Really cool. I actually really like candles. They're really cool. I really don't have a problem with them existing. I like how they are. Up next is the cauldron. Cauldrons can now be filled with lava. Filled lava cauldrons give a redstone signal strength of 1. They're a redstone block too. That's freaking awesome. So I can go ahead and get rid of all this. I don't need all this in my inventory now. Give out a strength of 1. That mean that I feel like it's right here? So would that mean if I put a piston, it would activate it? No. It says they give out redstone signal, or not. That's not what I meant to do. Redstone lanterns. Does it mean that it would light this up? Yes or no? I thought it said it gave out a signal, but it's not giving out a signal. Huh. Weird. Maybe I'm just stupid. It says it gives out a signal. Gives off redstone strength of 1. Oh well. Okay, so copper next. Now that we've been trying to figure that out for a little while, copper is next. Copper is interesting. Copper actually has an oxidation process. 9 copper ingots to craft a block. Cut copper stairs, and cut copper slabs. And you can use honeycomb to prevent or stop the process at any point. So of course here are all the crafting recipes. So we go copper, cut copper, and cut copper stairs. And of course here's the copper ingot you can get from the blocks. And so when we have copper out, copper and wax copper don't actually look at all different. The difference is this will not oxidize over time, while this will. And the crafting recipe for that is just 1 of that and 1 honeycomb. So I'm wondering if I wasn't slow to this. Cut copper, I could go ahead and get a honeycomb. I could go ahead and get a honeycomb and craft it into that. I can do that too. So yes, that's how you make it. I don't think I showed the crafting recipe for this. This is the crafting recipe for this, and you can actually craft the amethyst blocks with 4 amethyst shards. Overall, really cool. So yeah, you're able to do that. There's the normal building suite. There's more building block options with these than there is with other ore materials. I'm hoping that might be different, but as of right now, we don't know. Also, oh! What are the odds? What are the freaking odds? The second that I'm about to talk about it. Oh my god. The second that I'm about to talk about it, I find it. Alright. So copper, oh gosh, switched. Apparently generates differently than others. Not sure how they mean it generates differently. That seems to generate like a normal ore. Oh, I guess they generate, but they're disconnected, which is an interesting mechanic. Takes knowing your ores to understand it. Maybe, maybe not. I might be stupid. But yes, so when you mine copper, it's just like this. You do have to smelt it. So let me get a. Well, I can actually just make this and then burn something. But then you can just use it to smelt copper, and you get the copper out of it. And like I said, it's used for the whole decoration suite that stone to be used for, even though it's not a stone item. But yeah, it does have more uses, of course. Spyglass. It can be found in ore blobs instead of ore veins. It's similar to iron and coal, but it is not final generation for copper. Apparently, it's going to be a different generation for when it gets finally added. They can be used for lightning rods in this recipe, just 3. And what these do, well, it's not the button I meant to do. We go to the surface. If we go to the surface, and say I were to, well, I want to go into creative mode, do this, and then do the slash weather thunder. This one would specifically attract thunder, or attract the lightning. Now, what this is going to be used for, I don't know. Lightning rods can be crafted with the iron. Keep your building safe, well, as long as it's close to the air. Yeah, see, you just did it. Lightning rods will protect a 4x16 blocks around it, which is pretty big. That's a lot. And they do get a... Oh my god! Really? They give give off a redstone signal when struck. So we're about to see this. Maybe we do have to put it up here. Let's try it again. I'm waiting patiently. It struck twice immediately. Why is it? It's gonna take an hour to do it this time. I'm calling it now. Please, I want to see this happen. Come on. Do I really have to do this? Some light bolt. Well, I guess we got to do it on top of it. So it gives off. That's really cool. It gives off, so it can be used for redstone. It can be used for entirely random redstone. How dare you? It can be used for entirely random redstone, which is actually freaking cool. I'll say, did they burn out? What the heck's going on there? But yeah, so they can be used for lightning rod, which is really cool. But the next thing is oxidation. Copper will oxidize over time. Stages are copper, lightly weathered copper, semi-weathered copper, and weathered copper. It takes 40 to 80 Minecraft days in loaded chunks for copper to oxidize one stage. Waxing copper will prevent it from oxidizing, as I said. You can keep it in whatever stage you would like to. So, let's go ahead and get it out so we can get, I'm just going to show it with like the basic tool, or the basic one. We can get it through all the stages, and this they almost look like Prismarine, so I'm not 100% sure why, but they do cut copper. It looks a little bit like Prismarine. I heard someone say this theory that copper, or that Prismarine is actually just really ancient copper. I'd be fine to buy that theory. Those look really cool though, and it will just stay like this. Let's go ahead and get Prismarine to see. No. Riz. Yes. Of course, it is a bit of a different like texture, but I 100% see that. I 100% see that. Huh. Lore Matt Pat, you gonna make a video on that? But yeah, so it comes in all these weathered forms. It will slowly transition from one stage to another. You can wax it, of course, like they said, using the honeycombs to either stop it entirely or halt it in a specific stage, which I really like. A couple of technical changes. Experience orbs will now actually clump up to save on hardware. Simple firework rockets with one gunpowder can now be crafted using the recipe book. Dirt paths, formerly grass paths, can now be made using a shovel in dirt, podzol, mycelium, or coarse dirt, as well as grass. So, oh, it's right there. I'm not sure where at. Mycelium. And then, of course, just get a shovel out here, of course. And just place, and you can go ahead and make a path in all these. So, cool. I guess. Yeah. Interesting. That is an interesting change. And the final change is minecarts can, or minecart rails, I'm not sure if the minecarts themselves can now actually be waterlogged. Not warped, water. They can now actually be waterlogged, so I'm gonna go ahead and make my space here. Oh my god, there's a lot of ores here. They can now be waterlogged, so you can go ahead and place them underwater. Which, I mean, for what we've seen with the giant underwater caves, this might make sense if there's just a mine shaft that somehow happens to be in, and you can ride in it, although it is quite sluggish and slow. Yeah. This is and flowing water doesn't break rails anymore, so yeah. There's really nothing else to talk about in this update. This is massive though. Like, I'm excited. I'm so freaking excited. I wonder if how many other like stone decoration types are gonna make in the game. I cannot wait. Feel free to tell me your opinions in the comment section down below. As always, though, thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Go follow me on my socials, the keep up updated, have the channel, go to Discord, join the conversation, Patreon if you feel like supporting me. Are you guys looking forward to the Caves and Cliffs update? I sure am. Feel free to let me know. I can sit in it. Hold up. I don't remember. No, Control F. It's F5. Yeah. All right. Well, what do you guys think? I'll see you guys in the next one. Untitled Adventure. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Interesting. All right. It doesn't extinguish it. Oh well. I'll see you guys later. I'm trying to figure out the controls. I forgot how to control this game. Yeah. I'll see you guys in the next one. Apparently water is stopped like Amethyst too. All right. Peace out.